Hey Victorville News Group, this is Hugo bringing you guys a live update here from a traffic accident investigation that is currently taking place on 7th Street at the intersection of 7th and Merrill. The crash has prompted a hard road closure due to the investigation that is actually in the process now of being wrapped up. So I'll walk you guys through what I know so far. And if you guys are able to hear me, I appreciate any comments just to give me some feedback. This is a vehicle that is involved along with the pickup truck that you see over there. It is a Ford F350, and then this vehicle is a Toyota Corolla. The occupant inside of that vehicle, I believe there were two. When the fire department arrived, they initially had requested 2 ground ambulances, but then they later canceled one. And they also reported that they had 1 critical person that was injured, and they transported that person to a local area hospital. As of this moment, we do not have an update on the condition of that person. However, the roadway was closed immediately after the crash in both directions at South Mojave Drive and Lacey Street for the investigation. You can see that's the pickup truck that was also involved. They are now in the process of allowing they're getting ready to move everything away. The truck was actually positioned in the driveway entrance of that pawn shop, 7th Street pawn shop, where the man right there is sweeping. It was actually stopped right there. They just moments ago, the police department, as part of their investigation, they move it to make sure that it is functioning as far as like the brakes and things like that. So it's something that they normally do anytime they have a major accident investigation. And you can see there is a lot of debris right there, right in the middle of the roadway, where you see the man right there sweeping up the glass. But not sure if they're going to be towing both vehicles or if they're going to allow them to drive the pickup truck. We'll just have to wait and see. What I can tell you though is that the pickup truck sustained front end damage it's obviously, you can tell it's lifted. It's a Ford F350. It's a high pickup truck, and it looks like they are probably going to tow it away. So it did sustain some front end damage. And then the vehicle, it's a small sedan Toyota Corolla. Both of them are year 2000. Oh, thank you guys for letting me know that you can hear me. I appreciate it. And I do have some footage here where this is right at the intersection of Merrill Street and 7th Street, right where the pawn shops are. There's the Las Vegas pawn shop, and then there's the 7th Street pawn shop. So it occurred right here, right at the intersection. You can see the Toyota Corolla is up on the up on the curve of 7th Street, which would be the southbound lanes. And then this is the pickup truck that was involved. Looks like they are going to actually tow it. Look at all the glass there. That's where the collision occurred. I have reached out to sheriff's officials so they could provide me with an update on the condition of the individual that was injured. As of right now, we do not have any update. I'm going to walk around over here to see if we can see the front. So that's the damage on the truck that I was telling you guys about. It's a little dark, so you can't really see a whole lot, but that is the damage. And again, the roadway is closed right now in both directions. See if we can come over here a little more. So the roadway has been closed now for a couple of hours, but they are now in the process of reopening it. Let me get this picture here. Sorry guys about all the shakiness. You can see 1 tow truck has arrived on scene. Again, we are still waiting to get an update on the condition of the person that was transported away. And I'll show you guys some footage that I took earlier today when it was still light out. Let's see here. So this is the vehicle. Again, it's a 2000 Toyota Corolla. It sounds like there were 2 occupants in there. I don't have any update on the condition of the occupants. This is when the deputy was photographing the vehicle inside and all around. It's part of their major accident investigation. You can see that's where the pickup truck was initially positioned at, in the driveway of the 7th Street pawn shop. This is some other video from earlier. You can see the damage there to the front of the pickup, the lower bumper part. It has stopped raining out here, so as of right now there is no rain. And then I'm going to go back to a live shot. You can see the pickup truck, the Ford F350, is in the process of being cleared away from the scene here. So once they remove that one and then they arrive and take the other vehicle that was involved, they'll be able to reopen the roadway in both directions. I'm going to pull your comments back up. 1 second here. Somebody said, how do you request information from the sheriff's officials? You have to go through a couple steps. Usually you contact a public information officer at the station. You can call, you can email them. A lot of times they're busy, they have other stuff going on, so they don't always get back to you right away. And then there's always, the deputies here at the scene, but most of the time they're very hesitant to talk. They don't really want to provide anything on the record most of the time. And so you have to really just reach out to the public information officer for the station or for the headquarters, depending on where you're trying to contact. But every agency typically has a PIO, is what they call them, that can relay that information to the media or to whoever's inquiring about it. That's their role, that's their job, is to get the information out to the public. And the reason they do that is because it's verified information that comes from them. Again, usually a lot of times you can talk to a deputy, you can try to do that, or an officer out here, but they don't really provide information, usually because they don't want to be on record about that, because the information can change and details can change. So if you quote them, so the information typically has to come from a public information officer. And again, in my case, I've already reached out to them and I'm just waiting for an update to see what they will tell us about the the crash and even the injuries for the people involved. But it's a process. Yeah, this is 7th Street. There's a Napa Auto Parts. That's the corner of Merrill and 7th. You can tell that's where the impact actually occurred. It looks like one of the vehicles may have been coming from that direction. Not sure, which one, but it looks like one of them was maybe possibly coming from that route, and the other one was coming down 7th Street when the impact occurred right there at the intersection of Merrill and 7th. And again, the pickup truck was in the parking lot entrance of the 7th Street pawn shop, and the vehicle you saw is on the curb over on the other side. But right now they do have Mojave Drive and 7th closed in both directions, so if you can't come this way, and the other side over at Lacey Street is where they have it closed off. So it's closed in both directions right now for the investigation that is in the process of being wrapped up. They've already documented their scene. When I say they, I'm talking about the deputies with the major accident investigation that they do here. It's cold out, guys. Very cold. It's very cold right now. There is also another accident on Main and 395 involving two vehicles. I don't think there's any serious injuries, but I'm hearing it's causing a lot of traffic for people in that area. So I am aware of that crash. Obviously I can't make it because I'm over here, but it is involving two cars. It looks like a white sedan and then one car, a black dark color car that went up towards like the little hillside there. There was another accident there in that area last night. I'm waiting to get some information on that. It was involving a pickup truck and a semi. One of those drivers was arrested for DUI, but that's a whole other story, and I'll have that update for you guys along with photo from 395 in Main Street. But here we are live right now at Merrill and 7th from a traffic accident that caused authorities to shut down 7th Street in both directions between Lacey Street and Mojave Drive. The collision occurred at the intersection of Merrill and 7th involving the Ford F350 and a Toyota Corolla. Both the model years are 2000. Yeah, this is they're in the process now of wrapping it all up, so once we have more information for you guys, we'll bring it to you. You can read the article on VVNG.com. There is an article up there now. with details and photos of the accident. There's the other car back on the other side. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna end the live video and get back into the warmth. So stay safe out there, and you can read about it on VVNG.com.